We started more or less at the same time as arts admin, and we kind of known each other for a long time, but it wasn't till, I think the first project we did together was 1987. So that first period we did a lot of work which was largely in visual arts contexts, but arts admin, more then than now, in fact, was more theatre-based, kind of so the way you organise work in a theatrical basis is different, and how you produce it is different, and how it's perceived is different. We've been working telematically, for 10 years. In the past, being, a picture from one place projected next to a picture from another, or something like that, and then you have the relation between the screens, or between the screen and the live performance, and we've found that slightly unsatisfactory. So I've been trying to sort of find ways of making it more spatial, the distant space being in some way present in the local space, and sharing that dissolve. It's a telematic performance linking two countries, Germany and England, meaning so primarily using video and sound, do a combined performance to an audience in Berlin and in London at the same time. So we have this two-way video link. We're using the same size and shape of set in each place, so that we can synchronize the objects and the people, and so they look like they're in the same space, but in fact they're superimposed. In the corner of this space, of this room, we have two walls, and right in the corner there's a door, and when it's open in London it's closed in Berlin, and they're actually synchronized by a very clever piece of coding, creating kind of impossible spaces in a way. The uncanny thing is when you superimpose your face in close-up with somebody else, and it doesn't look like either of you. It looks like a kind of a third character that seems to have a kind of identity of its own. It's a very interesting mechanism, really, for talking about doubleness, or talking about the inner and the outer, or what I see in you and what you think of yourself. Originally I studied architecture, so I've always, space has always been very important to me, and I've started doing performance at college, and it's always been much spatial kind of performance that I've been involved with. I see performance as much as as much a piece of sculpture as a exploration of psychology. I mean, the reason we started telematics in the first place because some sort of ridiculously ambitious idea of turning the whole world into a performance space. We're doing bigger projects, and just thinking about space, it seemed sensible to think about space that was outside of this particular room. And there's a sort of a flux of action all happening, and how do you capture that? How do you even begin to think about that? And in that sense, it's spatial. We're still thinking about spatial events, but yes, using technology to realize it. We're called Station House Opera. One of the reasons is to show everybody that's not theatre, which is kind of ironic because we do work in theatres quite a lot, and we do go to a lot of theatre festivals. Where you present the work obviously affects the way it's received, and so we have done kind of things in theatres. There's enough performance work for us to find a place, I think, without it being too difficult.